Hello, everyone, the 30 people who watch us. Uh, I'm Akshay, and I know there's someone else next to me today, which is Mr. John Lewis Thomas, or you can just call
Yo,
him John.
okay, the sun's coming, the sun's coming.
Okay, first of all, what car is that?
The contest.
Fuck, dude, that thing looks like the most generic car I've seen, but I mean, also in a good way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I love it. It looks nice.
yeah, I know.
I'm
So,
actually looking at nothing.
okay, so I just want to begin with saying that we're automobile engineers, so listen to us carefully. We are. I'm not
Please,
kidding about that. I was
I
kidding
have
about
a
the
degree also.
we have a degree, dude. Imagine we put both of our degrees here.
No,
Certified
but the
automobile engineers.
degree is also shit. Not even a good degree.
They don't know. They don't know.
Oh shit.
Yeah. We're gonna censor this part anyway. Uh, so uh, I know John is new here, and we should start off with something very normal. So I think we should start off with the fact that, or the question that, what do you think about electric electric cars?
Silence in the background.
Yeah, yeah, because we joined automobile engineering because we were petrol heads, okay? Not because we loved
Also
electric
diesel head.
cars. Okay, fine, diesel heads too. And how hard has it been for you to accept the fact that electric cars are now real? Because for the last 4 years they were in development, and we saw some here and there, few Tesla Model S, which was so expensive that we thought electric cars would never take over the world. And now that they are, is it easy for you to accept the fact that they are?
I just hate that people consider Tesla a car also.
I mean,
So
Elon Musk
painful
in the
to
latest,
realize that people.
yeah, Elon Musk in the latest interview called it a robot and not a car. I mean,
It's
technically, yeah.
yeah, but the thing is, there's no excitement. Acceleration is the only thing that people look at in
Yeah,
acceleration and the range.
true.
There's nothing happening inside. There's no explosions happening. There's nothing different. It's just like a battery and a motor. So
But
boring.
I wanted to ask this question, okay? Not to John, who's an automotive enthusiast and a petrol head and a diesel head, but I wanted to broaden your mind, and I want you to think, how many people are there in the world, what percentage of people who want a car to have the character and the sound and the vibration that we love about automobiles? How many other people are there of that sort?
Half the world
Half the world?
doesn't want that. Doesn't want it.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure even the other half that kind of wants a car to feel like a car, even most of them
They just
would.
wanted to travel from
Yeah,
point A to point B.
yeah.
Like now.
So yeah, so I think I'll put this question in a better way. If you gave 100 people the option of owning a Tesla or uh, a similarly spec car in
Civic.
terms of,
No,
yeah,
I will just put a Civic,
yeah, okay,
a modified Civic.
or fine, a Toyota Camry or a Tesla Model 3, right? I think it's a fair comparison in terms of price. uh,
Yeah,
how many people do you think will choose the Model 3
yeah,
after they drive it?
most of them.
Yeah, exactly.
Most of them.
Yeah, so it's hard for us to accept it, and I think by the time we accept it, it will just be too late for us, because we would have probably on the way to kill ourselves. But uh, I think we can't diss people on the fact that, I mean, we should, because we are petrol heads, but I don't think uh, it's wrong for everyone to accept the next gen of technology. And sadly, it is boring, because I thought that, even if petrol and diesel cars go away, we'll still have this buffer period in between where hybrids are a thing. But now it looks like we're just skipping the whole hybrid part and we're directly skipping to electric.
Yeah,
Okay, uh,
sad, but
fine. So let's assume the fact that we've accepted that electric cars are real. I mean, for me, they're still fake, dude. Every morning I wake up and slap myself and just hope that it was a dream, but it's not. But let's assume that electric cars are real. Okay. What do you think is the best one of them? What excites you the most?
The only electric car that I can accept with
Yeah.
me, like I can see myself owning, is the Honda. The
The
Honda,
Honda E.
I forgot. Yeah, the Honda E. That's the.
Yeah. I kind of knew that answer
I
was
think that's
coming,
the
but I'm
only.
pretty sure you've surprised everyone.
That's the only car I think suits electric
Why?
or electric car. Like, it's small, compact. It's a
Yeah.
perfect size.
Mm-hmm.
It's all you need, and it has something different.
Is it because of the fact that that is one of the only cars in the small but premium segment that's built only for the city? Is it because of that?
Yeah,
Is it the fact that it's not trying to be two things or three things at a time? It's just trying to be a very
yeah.
good city car.
Yeah, that's what like it's just simple. It's a simple car with which has like which is built well and looks different.
Yeah. It's a Honda, dude. It has to be built well. Otherwise, it doesn't leave the factory. But what's not simple is the interior. Like it might look
Yeah, that's
simple,
what.
but that's an
No, but
experience.
that's the thing about the what do you say, the Teslas. No? It's just one big screen. I mean, yeah, it's okay, but like it's just that.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing else. There's no
That's
there's no feel about that. It's just like a giant screen and a steering wheel. Literally nothing else.
true. I mean, in the latest of the Teslas, they also got rid of half of that steering wheel. Now
Yeah,
there's just a
yeah, yeah.
yoke.
For what? Yeah, but what's the point? I heard it's very hard to even control that
Yeah, it's
yoke.
annoying to control it apparently. I think it's one of the many steps they're taking to get towards completely driverless cars.
Yeah,
To
that's the
like,
thing. Like,
yeah, also because it's a really fast car. I mean, that specific version which has half a
the
steering wheel,
play.
the
Yeah,
Plaid.
but then to maneuver in the city is going to be so painful.
It's not for
Doing
the
a
city.
no, I mean, but people who buy it will use it for the city.
Yeah, dude, how do you turn that yoke? Like
Yeah, like how do you take a U-turn?
you put it on autopilot mode as soon as you get in.
Bring it to India and let's see them travel through Bangalore city.
It oh so another Tesla news, which we knew that they were always coming to India, right? And what's
Yeah,
stop? I mean, the Model S will never be a success in India because by the time it comes to India, it'll
too
be like a
expensive.
2+ crore rupee car. But the Model 3, which might be priced fairly well, that's taking a while to come to India because it's too low for the Indian
No,
roads.
that's what I think. Road testing. I think
Yeah, so
it's going in
so
road testing and like,
yeah, so they're trying to increase its ground clearance before it makes its way to India because a Tesla is not like other cars where even if you hit the bottom in other cars, you're not that scared. But when you're hitting a
the
pack of
batteries.
batteries, you're scared of an explosion.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's one of the testing that's happening. Uh,
And I hope they
so
enjoy the potholes in India.
yeah, yeah. Also, what I saw in the European and American spec Teslas was the tires are so low profile, man. The rims are huge, and oh,
Yeah,
the numbers were like 235, 35 R20s. So like the 35 section was just too freaking small for. I mean, that won't survive in India. We know Teslas in India are going to look much worse, especially because they're going to have much
obviously,
fatter
like
tires.
their wheels will be so small. They'll
Yeah,
have 16 inches.
I know. And in a way, because I read a certain news recently, I want more electric cars to come to India. And the news was that the Delhi NCR region, the government has basically asked all of the
Manufacturer.
not the manufacturers, the people who do deliveries and supply chain and like
Of
large
the
trucks that
logistics.
almost all logistics companies to go completely electric very soon. I think they've given them a 5-year deadline, I think, right? So now we'll either see I mean, if Delhi is starting that off, then we'll probably see that trickle down to the whole of the country. But the problem I have there is I don't want to see those Mahindra E2Os, man. I can't see those cars anymore. I'm tired of looking at those cars and the Tata Tigors, and even the Nexon's kind of boring looking, the EV. So that's the
But
reason.
just imagine there's that MG EV, man. That is so
ZS
sad.
EV. No, I don't
How
think
do
that
people
that
pay
can
that
be
much?
a 20 lakhs, no?
No, 30.
What?
It's 30 lakhs.
I think it started off with
Yeah,
20. It might have increased now. Oh
yeah,
yeah.
like
I remember. It was 19 or 20 lakhs if you pre-ordered. That was before it came. So I think 3 years ago.
yeah, but I just felt sad for people who bought that. It's so small. Even what's that other one? The
The Hyundai Kona.
Hyundai, yeah, the Kona. Like it's so small. Like that's in that way, the Nexon at least makes sense because the price
Yeah,
is not
it's
bad.
almost the same size.
It's same as a petrol version, no? Like
Yeah,
almost.
true. A top end Nexon petrol is the same price as the Nexon EV.
Yeah, yeah. So it's decent.
And cool. But yeah, so because most of the fleet operators are going to, they will have to switch to electric now. I want a bigger EV market in India, dude. Because I'm also scared of the fact that, Maruti will make electric cars, and I, I can't have more Maruti electric cars, man. It'll just be
I'll
so
have
sad.
Maruti petrol cars only.
Yeah, I can't. It's so hard to have. You can have them, but they won't have you after you crash. They'll have you dead, which which we did talk about in one of our videos. Um, so yeah, uh, so coming back to the Honda E, right? Uh,
Yeah.
I would just want to
There's
make a
some
conclusion of why I think it's one of the best electric cars in the market right now, right? First of all, it's priced all right. It's about the same price as a Mercedes A class, right?
yeah.
And yeah, and it's kind of small, but instead of converting a car just to an electric car by changing the powertrain, they've designed the whole thing from the ground up.
That's
They've
so like the design of that car is beautiful.
Yeah, that's a
One
very
of
good
the
looking
most
car.
beautiful, yeah, like everything they did it
Well,
well. Like
imagine how well it would sell if it was a petrol car.
I swear, that's the only like
I would
that's the
want
only
that
electric.
car.
I think that's the only electric car which has character.
True,
Like
I
it
agree.
has something. There's something they did to it, like, which makes it look like wow. You'll be like, even if it's going around you silently, you'll be like, wow, that's something to look
That's a
at.
good car. Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
it looks really
The
good.
looks only
And
will make you look at it.
yeah, and the fact that internally they've done a lot more than what most people have done. They've made the whole car into an experience to be had, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like it's not
It's
they
so
didn't they
good.
could have just put three screens and be like, take you can get
Yeah,
everything through this. But then they made sure that the interior is like
they blended it all
it's
so
for
well.
the people who yeah.
Yeah, it's I think even though that car is the farthest from a petrol car that I've ever seen, that's the car that would probably be the easiest for me to adopt to begin with if I
Yeah.
wanted to get in the electric ecosystem, because it's just an experience, dude. That thing, even though I've never sat in one or seen one personally,
And I
that's something I want to be in.
think it's also quite big. It's bigger than we think it is.
Yeah, that's
Like,
because I think it's an European car, no? It is, yeah, it is a
yeah,
European car, so it has to
I
be a
think it's
certain
as big
size.
as a golf, not a golf, the polo size. Like,
Yeah, I think it's a
I
little
don't know.
bigger than the Polo in terms of
Yeah, I think
capacity.
golf size. Yeah. Because
But like,
it looks compact, but yeah,
yeah, but most people here don't know what a golf size is. So just imagine a Creta, but lower.
lower. Yeah,
Yeah. So, but the fact it's, yeah, the Honda E's proportions are such that it looks very tiny,
small.
which is the same thing
Yeah,
with the Golf.
that's what, like all these cars, like they look
Yeah,
small, especially on videos and pictures. It looks very small,
with the
but
really
when
big
you stand
cars.
next to it, yeah,
So yeah, I think that's one car I would just absolutely love to own. And
yeah.
considering that it doesn't have a very big claimed range, I think it's about 200 250 kilometers. I mean, if you're
Yeah,
driving enthusiastically, which every
yeah,
petrol guy shifting to electric will, I think 200 is the most absolute best you can get, which is a completely acceptable range in city.
yeah, and it's a city car. That's the only thing you're doing. Like
That's
we're
what
told
they've
it's a city
pitched
car.
it
It's
as.
meant for the city. Yeah, it's not
Yeah,
meant for the highway.
Yeah, dude. I vaguely remember it having like a plant on the
Yeah,
dashboard.
that's what like, yeah, that's what
So
like,
freaking
I think
pretty.
even I really need to see the pictures again. I saw it like 1 or 2 years back.
We'll put the pictures here.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a really good looking car. Especially, I think. There was. I think I also remember this feature where the whole infotainment screen could be turned into this, a fireplace or an
Yeah,
aquarium.
it's a long screen, I think. Like
Yeah, so
it
it
goes
it
across
added to
the
the experience.
yeah. And I
Yeah,
think even the colors of the car, no, you get it in neon yellow just to
yeah,
stand out.
beautiful.
Just
The
want to see
white,
that
the
bright,
white is just, yeah, the
the
white
white and
is
black,
no
right?
nonsense.
Yeah,
Amazing looking car.
yeah. The
And I
pan,
think
yeah,
and I think this is a panoramic roof as well, standard.
yeah, yeah.
So that's a well
But
designed
even the
car.
headlights and all, like, it's so
They're
well
beautiful.
built. Like,
Yeah.
and the thing about the Teslas and all, they haven't even changed the design. They're just sticking to that same from 2013, the same Model S.
Yeah, dude. That company's got a lot of different things to deal with. But you know what? This just gave me an idea that I would buy a Model E to convert it to petrol, because that's such a good looking car.
The Model
I,
3,
oh yeah, sorry, not no,
Honda
the
E.
Honda E.
Yeah, yeah.
I would buy the Honda
Okay,
E
yeah.
to
That
convert it to petrol.
even I would buy the Honda
Put
E. It
put
looks
like
better than
a
the Plus also.
put like a Honda City 1.5 or a Honda Civic 1.8 and just whiz.
Now you
That's a
put the
beautiful car.
A45, put the A45 engine, no, in that.
Sure, sure, but then you can't have it in manual.
Yeah.
So pick your poison, I guess. But I think, yeah, we'll conclude this segment here. But I think, what are your last thoughts because I know we're being very strict about our stance on electric vehicle, but then
Yeah, I
eventually
mean,
we'll have to accept it. So what do you think? Would you want to uh, connect anything that you said today or defend anything you said today against electric cars?
I know it's going to happen. It's just a matter of time, and
Yeah,
we will have to accept it. But then I also will realize that I wouldn't want to drive anything.
yeah. But
But that's my
do you believe electric cars are good for people?
yeah. I mean, most people would enjoy it because they don't care about the experience. They just care of
Hmm.
getting to the destination, using it to get from one place to another. So
Yeah,
I can understand they like big screens where you can watch movies while you're
it's all about big
traveling.
screens
Or
now.
yeah, I mean, you can get everything is connected. You can remote control your car. I think that's a big thing that people get excited about. AI in cars, or especially that MG's AI, no, in the Astra. Wow, beautiful, man. I just love it. It talks back to you also because
Oh, it's got
we don't
eyes.
talk enough to each other, right? You can talk to
the
your car because
the MG AI looked like the biggest gimmick I've seen in any car till date.
MG is the biggest joke I ever seen. Oh,
Come.
man.
Oh, MG, if you're listening to this, we're sorry.
I'm not sorry. You destroyed the beautiful brand name
Uh,
and destroyed it into a cheap.
True, man. Which reminds me, the earlier MGs, the British MGs, those were some really good looking
Yeah,
car.
exactly. And then they use the name to create okay, not city. I'm picking for easy, better word instead of shitty, but I can't find. I think shitty is the only thing which,
This is shitty. Huh. Hmm. Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
the ZSEV was. I still
Oh,
question people who buy it. I don't know why they buy it.
yeah.
It's just because
Like,
there's a lack of options, right?
yeah, obviously there's a lack of options, but then still, like you're
Maybe,
paying
maybe,
around that,
maybe I have money and I don't want to be seen in that Tata Nexon EV because everyone's got it. Maybe then.
and you don't want to be seen in which other cars for 30 lakhs.
Hyundai Kona.
Oh,
Because
yeah,
because you'll
Kona.
die in it.
No, no dead jokes in this.
Sorry, my bad. My bad.
No
Censor.
jokes about
Censor.
Indian
Censor.
car safety.
Censor. Because
Because the
I mean,
people who drive those cars are not there with us anymore.
Let's not do it. Yeah, I think we can't joke about Hyundai cars being unsafe, because I think the crown's been taken by a different company first.
Yeah, I mean Suzuki is always going to beat everyone in that. But I think at least Suzuki they're trying, man, for
Yeah,
the expensive cars at least.
yeah,
Like the higher a higher range is at least safe. Like the Brezza and all, I think it's 4 stars, right?
yeah. But they're
Mm.
still famous in India for being the cheapest, most economical, and deadliest car. So I
Deadly.
think and they'll just continue to be
Yeah,
the
but
same for a while.
yeah. I mean, but the Warner man, that's so sad.
We'll talk about the Verna in the next episode, though. But
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
want to end this episode by claiming a fact, right? So last year, Maruti Suzuki got tired of all of their cars going to these safety tests and coming with like 0 and 1 star, right? So they did the most,
Improvement.
they did the smartest thing in the world. They said that we won't send our cars to testing anymore. So now that their cars are not being tested, they're automatically safe, right?
Because
Why
no
not?
joke. No
No
joke.
jokes. Yeah,
No
we're
dead
serious,
jokes.
serious. Maruti, you can sponsor us.